Welcome to our first show this week on the Lone Star Conference YouTube channel. I'm Don Veith, Sports Information Director for Cameron University Athletics. Here today with me is Casey Kreger, the head coach for the cross-country team here for the Aggies. Thanks for joining me here today.
No problem.
All right, we're going to start things off. Let's talk about your season so far for the Aggie runners.
The season so far, it's been an all right season. We have a young team, so everybody's developing, but it's been a tough season. With increasing every week basically with the workload. So we're just going to start slowly cutting back for conference, and overall it's been pretty well.
You talked about conference. We're actually hosting a conference this coming week on Saturday. Talk about, as your first year as head coach, hosting the tournament.
Hosting the tournament to me at first was just a stress. I was like, really? I have to host this? But it's a good experience to do. It's a lot of work, but I think it's an honor and an experience to be able to do it, especially in my first year. So to get experience right off the bat with hosting the conference meet. All
right, some of our teams in the Lone Star Conference has not been to our meet before in prior years. What should they be expecting? What can the runners be expecting at the Big Green Soccer Complex?
At the complex, it's a very flat course. There's just one little small hill. Other than that, it's going to be expect fast times. I mean, there's not that many turns in the race. I just expect fast times, and it's all flat area over there.
Talk about the preparation going into this championship.
When it comes to the team preparation to the championship, it's just slowly cutting back and refining, getting more of a leg turnover than working on strength like we did during the season, and just getting to where, feeling fresh and feeling able just to go from the start instead of having to work in and make sure you have to warm up properly, and just get away from the strength aspect more than the speed aspect.
Talk about some of what fans don't realize is how much effort it goes into, like laying down the flags and all the timing, and just talk about the process of getting that through.
The process of the course, mapping it out, took a few hours to figure out the right loops to do to hit the exact distance right on point for the start and finish line to be at the same area. When it comes down to laying down the flags and actually marking the course, that's going to take all day. It's going to be hundreds and hundreds of flags and tons of cans of spray and paint, and getting everything ready for the coaches meeting, and getting just the timing agency has to come down, and we have to make sure we have everything finalized with that, and getting basically everything figured out for all the rosters and with the chip timing.
Give me a ballpark number. How many hours do you expect to work here?
Just in the conference race?
Oh, yes.
Oh, man. I'd probably say in just probably 30, 40 hours just on that in the conference.
What can fans expect with, obviously we're going to have the men's teams and women's teams here. That's kind of different for us here, considering we just have a men's cross-country program. But what can fans expect when they come up here to Lawton to our championship?
I think when they come here, it's a very spectator-friendly course. They'll be able to see the race at all parts of the course. They'll be able to have, there'll be mile splits at each mile, so they can make sure that the spectators know where they're at all times and be able to know exactly where they're at on the course. It's a big, long starting stretch and finishing stretch, and so they'll be able to see that. As a spectator, it's most important to be able to see the race.
All right. Well, thank you for appearing today, Coach. Make sure you follow the Aggies all this week on the Lone Star Conference YouTube page. We'll see you next time.